Giant the Archive, still doing some A's, doing some sorting. Here we go, man. Love Rush and Margaret. For people to know that she did that disco record produced by Paul Sabu, which is hot. Right after he did the Debbie Jacobs Monster, Don't You Want My Love. Nice sheet, little Paul Sabu. Forever Young Alphaville album. Nice test with Big in Japan on the flip. La Bamba test of the 12-inch. Antonio Rodriguez with the Buddha stamp on the jacket, which is hot. Year of the Cat. This is the 1979 reissue of the album, which is nice. It came out, I think, 3 years before that, 76 to 77. One that you love, Air Supply, got Sweet Dreams on it, jam. Here's Tom Moulton's copy of the album of More, More, More. I got his acetates with like the 12-inch version, the instrumental, different things, whatever. There's a nice test. Rhythm of Life, beautiful. That record's a jam. That's album test pressing produced by Michael Zaga, who don't know. Can't Stop After 7, Nasty, LA Babyface production. Author, best that you can do is fall in love. Took my kids to see him with Men at Work over the summer with Toto. Great show. Obviously that's a big record. This is really hard, man. Never see this. Spread Love, test pressing Al Hudson. Here you go for all those people loving Arnold Jarvis and think that his records that, you know, whatever. This is the first Arnold Jarvis record, and that's courtesy of my man Tommy Musto. So make sure Musto gets credit and props when you talk about house music and where things came in the beginning. And a lot of people in this game, for some reason, they like to try to rewrite history. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a thing that's going on. But JD will always keep it real. I keep it 100. Tommy Musto, Take Some Time Out, Arnold Jarvis. That was the first time anybody heard this guy. Little Love. I loved it. I love the story with this record. The story with this record to me is, obviously this album was banging because it had Make Up Your Mind and Checking You Out on it. And the Checking You Out on here is the album version, which is a different pass. You compare that to the Shep mix. And if you want to really give Shep Pettibone like props, in addition to his genius of everything else he did, if you listen to the 12-inch and you compare it to this album version, he literally took out horrible vocals and reconstructed the record, that if you're singing the 12-inch mix and you go back to the album, you're like, what the hell is that? Like, there are parts in this album version that he left out. But the reason I really love talking about this record is Steve Silk Hurley years ago did a remix of A Little Love when Salso did that double J, whatever that ridiculous thing was. So they had Mass at Work, and everybody and their mother did some kind of mix. And, you know, there was some good stuff on there. Musto and Mass at Work did some shit, and Freddie Bastone. A lot of people did stuff. But the killer, the most incredible thing of all of them was the Hurley mix of A Little Love. And the reason why I say that, and the reason why I give this record a lot of attention is this record sucked as an album version, and Hurley turned it into a nasty jam. So when you look at the art of a remix and all these things that go with it, that's what it's supposed to be. Like, a lot of people can get a great record and then do a mix and kind of, yeah, you emphasize certain things, and yeah, you can give it an intro and a break and extend it, you know. But when you listen, I'll do remix posts, which I'll go way more in depth with all of that. But Steve Silk Hurley, A Little Love remix, he made that record a record because his album version absolutely was horrible. There's two of those. Stand Up, Sit Down, beautiful test pressing. That's got the nice sheet from RSO. I mean, who would have loved to be back in Sunset Boulevard back then? Another one of those tests with the actual, the info sheet. Regular one that just had, I mean, how beautiful is the sticker? I mean, come on, man. The disco days, everything was beautiful. Another Taste of Honey. That was a stiff album between the Boogie Oogie and the Rescue Me George Duke production. Ring My Bell got a couple of these little variations on the label. That one doesn't have the palm tree. That one has the palm tree. That one's got the palm tree. That one's got no palm tree. And that one's got no palm tree. And that one's got all kinds of credits. Anyway, Giant the Archive. Another beautiful, beautiful. Look at that sticker right there. Come on, that's not art right there. Giant the Archive.